cool. Everything's alright. You better pray that your old man don't get home tonight. Let me drive my car where the wild things are. I got a green limousine. Everyone's a star, but they won't get far without a green limousine.
Alright guys, today I'm making up this section of the plenum. This sits under the scuttle panel. Alright, so plenum is the bit that takes the water and drains it away, and scuttle is the bit that sits on top with the vents that allows the water in and the fresh air in through those vents, and then yeah, that's got all your wipers and everything on top. Okay, so I've made up this section using the English wheel and the planishing hammer and the shrinking stump and whatever we're calling that, and I've used everything basically to get to this point. It hasn't taken me long. I've only been at it probably, I don't know, 40 minutes so far. I went and made a, what is it called, a template up off the VH Ute and the CM. I've checked it on both of them. So that's actually the scuttle panel, but then when I came back I modified it so that it can do both scuttle panel and it's got all the markings in for the plenum. So there you go. That's today's project. This is I'm not going to record all of it. I'm just going to do little shots here and there. But that's where we're at. We've got a nice shape to it. Yeah, I'm going to keep on working it until it's spot on. Just made up the new hats for inside the plenum, so they can be welded in when I get that all sorted out, ready to go. Okay guys, this is where we've basically ended up now. Apart from a little bit of grinding here and there, that's the shape that I've been going for. So I've ground it back majority, just that little repair you can see in the top corner. And then I'm going to put a fill of metal fill in there, or metal mend, whatever you want to call it, and I'm going to sand that back. Then I'll put filler in. Normally I wouldn't bother under here, except I don't want anything to catch water and hold it. As you can see, where I've added pieces in here, you know, it's got hollows and whatnot, so I'll put some fills in, I'll make it smooth, and then we're going to paint it, prime it, paint it, treat it as if it was the outside of the car. I want this thing to last a very long time, so nearly fell over. So I'm going to prep the whole inner plenum, and then I'm going to rust treat it, prime it, fill it, prime it, paint it I mean. Now I did make up these hats. This is what they look like originally, made up. I was on Plum Crazy's website. They provide a lot of stuff for Valiants, and I just happened across a set of these. Well, no, sorry, an advert for one of these hats. They call them vent hats, I think. $249. I did that other one, and I made this one at the same time, and then I've had to put the lip on and everything, and these curves. So I'm trying to keep the camera extra still because somebody did comment about how wobbly I am, and I get vertigo, so I can really understand how some of my videos would make people feel, and editing them sometimes I'm like, oh crikey. So I'm going to work really hard at keeping things a lot stiller. Anyway, so yeah, I've put these waves in the back. I don't know whether they're there for a reason or not, or whether, like, I have no idea what they would do. They might help with the draw of air. I don't know. I really don't know. But they're there on the original, so I've put them in. I've put the lip in. I've started in the same spot. You may have noticed I've cut that section out at the end of the plenum there, which is where the water drains out. If I can find it, which I did just have it here. Oh, there it is. You'll notice it's got the hole, and then it's got these little curves, and that's where the water runs out. So if I put that there, really roughly, because right down the bottom there is where the water runs out. So it runs down this and then out of there. So I've got to make that channel leading down here as smooth as I possibly can, so that all the water wants to drain out and not get caught up there. And that's the other thing, you know, once this thing's all back together and lovely and being driven, I have to remember to keep those areas clear so that we don't have a build-up of leaves and dirt and whatever else causing the problem again. So just as a bit of a reminder of how bad that was, I'll come across to the other side, which I haven't even started on yet, and that's basically what we started with on that side. So yeah, it's come a long way. This is a never-ending story though, so I'll keep going on this, and I will try really hard to make some progress, because at the moment it's the Plenum show. Also, I didn't quite know how this one finished. So this is the inner bit. I've made the top structure because that was completely gone, and I've stepped it up. Can you see it on that side? No, you can't. Oh yes, you can. I've stepped it up like on that side, and I wasn't sure how it all ended, but what I can tell is that the these don't come all the way up to the pillar. They kind of end here and then must be spot welded onto the bottom of the scuttle. So I'm not sure exactly. I'm still trying to figure that out, but that's what I've surmised at this point. So I'm not at that point where I have to worry about welding that on yet, so I'm just going to kind of leave it sat like that. But yeah, progress is being made all around, and I am happy with where it's at. I'm frustrated with how long it's taken. My brother and my mate said, "Oh geez, you sound tired and cranky." So I apologise for that. I'll try to be a bit more upbeat. Definitely did take it out of me getting this thing to where it was, to where it is now, because it just seemed like it just went on and on and on. This is all welded in, mostly ground back. It needs a little bit more smoothing off and whatnot, and then like spots like this, they'll get seam sealer in them before I'm done. I've got to push this back. This is the original steel. I've got to push that back, and I've got to make a piece to join up. So still a lot of work, but definitely closing the gap. Yeah, so it's only a short one this week. That's where I'm at. I've got TAFE, so I won't be doing any more. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it there. I really appreciate you watching. If you could leave a like or a comment, or if you'd like to subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. And just remember to be kind to one another. It's free to be kind, and I hope you have a blessed week. I'll see you when I've got some hopefully more exciting stuff going on.